Craig and Tracy, I am thinking of you today. I am looking at a eatery, a pub and eatery called the Tilted Kilt, and it made me think of you. So, I am thinking of you, and I'm hoping that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And yeah, thank you guys so much for all your support and your encouragement. You were with me when this idea was even born. So, partly it's you to blame. Anyways, love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Just got to Hannibal, Missouri, and I was able to put my little tack in St. James because it says, welcome, where are you from? So I put my little tack right there in St. James, Minnesota. So yay! So I am, like I said, in Hannibal. It says, welcome to Hannibal. We're so glad you're here. So we're going to go look at some Mark Twain stuff, and yeah. See you soon. Guys, does anyone know bike CPR? I think after a 4-mile incline, a steady incline, my bike needs CPR. I don't know what Missouri is, but I'm calling it the Bike Punisher. That's all I have to say. I have to give CPR to my bike now. At me and saying hi. Hi, cows. Hi, girls. It is brutal. I just came from that way, and I again stopped mid-hill. Not because I had to show you something, but because I just couldn't do it. So I had to stop for a minute, because look, I still have that to go. And hey, who knows how long that goes. I've learned that it can go on for miles. But it's beautiful. And the sky is pretty. We got some longhorns, people. My day of pedaling has come to an end for today, and this is where I ended. Isn't that beautiful? Across there is Illinois. I just love bridges like this. I think it's so pretty. So, oh, excuse me. There is the Mississippi River, and I'm done for the day. Those hills took my lungs away. I'm not kidding you. So, we'll talk to you in a little bit. Hey guys, so Missouri is a biker's, well, sure it's not the only state, but yes, Bike Punisher, that is the name. Oh my gosh. You know, when I'm practicing in southern Minnesota, I was not prepared for a 4. Like, seriously, my Sherpa drove to the top of the hill. Usually what she does is she'll go like 5 to 10 miles ahead of me, and like this time she just went to the top of this hill. She said it was a 4 miles, a little over 4 miles of a steady incline. And so she was sitting there, and she was getting a little nervous because I wasn't there at my normal, you know, I'm pretty steady time-wise. Like, she can pretty much know that I'm going to be there in a certain time, you know, in a certain amount of miles. And I hadn't come yet, and so she was like, I'm going to give it more time, and I still wasn't there. So she finally was like, I can't wait anymore. And she turned around and came down to see where I was, and here I am. I'm coming. I'm really coming. And she was like, are you okay? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just going slow and steady. And I finally made it to the top of the hill. And when I got up there, well, you saw some of the videos earlier, but she was so proud of me. She started crying. She's like, I think I would have stopped. So that made me feel so good. I felt so good after getting to the top of that hill. And then I still kept biking But you know, when I got to the next hill, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I could do this, because it wasn't as long. That was the longest one. That was a big hill. But my legs turned to jello, and I didn't even know it. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh. But I had to stop in the middle. You saw video. I had to stop in the middle of my hills this time, guys. Broke my own rules. Stopped. I couldn't go up all the way on one shot. But then I breathed a little, drank a little water, and got back on and kept pedaling, and I made it to the top. So I did it. There was quite a few hills. I guess when I was reading about this portion, I knew there were going to be hills. There's rolling hills for the whole beginning part of Missouri, and then it changes. It gets flatter. But yeah, quite a difference from yesterday in Illinois when it was just like flat farmland pretty much. So anyways, so that was good. The day began, and we talked, and we made friends with with the campground host, Phil. He was awesome, and we just complimented him up and down of how awesome of a job he's doing. We offered to help him with some stuff outside, raking leaves, clearing branches, blah blah blah. But I'm finding a lot of people it's hard for them to receive. Like, you want to help them do something, but they don't want you to do it. So it's a little hard for people to receive help sometimes. So that's interesting. But anyway, at least we're trying. Not everyone, but some people do have a hard time. And so we made friends with him. He was awesome. If I ever do this trip again, which I hope I can do this trip, I hope other people would want to do this trip with me now. And we will definitely stop and see Phil and stay at his campground, because he's awesome. If I could plan it so I could stay there over our rest day, so we could stay like 2 nights, maybe even 3, that would be sweet. Because Phil, you rock. He was a biker too. Anyway, and then let's see. Missouri's beautiful. It's just a lot of hills. We went through Hannibal. I mean, if you're a big Mark Twain fan, there's a lot to see. They have the museum. I put more pictures on my blog of Hannibal. There's not a ton of them, just a few things from Hannibal. Then I did take video. So if you go to my blog, I'll try to remember to put it in the comments, but it's peddlingactsofkindness.wordpress.com. You can also read about my day. Sometimes I put different things in there than I do here, because there's so much to say about one day. Oh my gosh. Okay. So anyway, if you go there, you can see pictures. And then we went to Lover's Leap. Well, Lover's Leap, there was this guy, and I want to say it was William. His name was William. I don't remember. Don't quote me on that. It's in my book. But he had prophesied, it was in the early 1800s, that he had found the spot where the Messiah, where Jesus was going to return from, and that he was coming. And all these people followed him. They shut down all their stores. They quit working. The town shut down. And it was right this place, and so they call it Lover's Leap. It was really interesting. You can look it up if you want to read more about it. I did not go up there. I didn't want to take the time. Plus, I thought that hill looked big. So I was like, oh no, we're not going to do that. Holy cow, I would have rather have done that one than the one I did. So, anyway, it was pretty interesting. And a lot of pedaling. I saw a bunch of cows. This was kind of fun. It reminds me of home. And some longhorns. And there were other bikers. So I got to talk to a couple other bikers. They two different times, 2 guys passed me. What can I say? I can't help it. I'm not good on these hills, so it's taking me longer on the hills. But one guy, he had to stop in the middle of the hill too, so I talked to him, and he didn't need any help. In fact, he probably could have given me help. But yeah, he was just biking. He wasn't doing the MRT necessarily. He was from the Missouri area, just biking for the day. And yeah, so that was good. This is a great place to train for hills. The other thing too is at the end of the day, so we were done. We went to a store to kind of refuel on some supplies, just a couple things. Oh, sorry, the sun is changing on me. And we met this woman named Chandra. She was like not happy, and so we started talking to her. And she, I was like, oh wow, you're putting out Christmas stuff already? And she's like, yes. And I could do without the whole holiday. I was like, I understand. And you know what part got her, Tracy Hurley? That's reminding me of you. She hates the glitter. She hates the glitter. That's why she doesn't like it. I was like, oh, I understand. I know someone else with a deep hate for glitter. So anyways, it was a good day. I didn't go as many miles as I normally do because of those hills, but I was very proud of myself that I didn't give up. I really did. Seriously, a 4-mile incline. When you go around the corner, you think you're going to go downhill, and you don't. You just keep going up. Anyway, Tracy and Craig and Tracy, I just want you to know I was thinking about you all day, from the tilted kilt all the way down to the glitter girl at the store that I was in. And I just want to say I love you guys. Thank you so very much for being so generous and the best people to work for and to know in St. James. If you guys need anything for bikes or phones or tools or anything, stop in and see Craig and Tracy at True Value, Verizon, and Radio Shack in downtown St. James. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for all your comments, your encouragement, your likes. You have no idea how much I think about it during the day. Love you guys, and we'll see you later.